Hello students, our next example is a whirling block. This is an example which includes rotational motion, translation motion and also constraints. So we are moving into another example of rotational, translation and constraint motion. So this is our example. We have a horizontal frictionless table. This is our horizontal frictionless table with a small hole at its center. The block A, this is the block A on the table, is connected to the block B. This is the block B, hanging beneath by a string of negligible mass which passes through the hole. So these two are connected through a a string of massless string between A and B. You can see from the figure mass of A is lesser than the mass of B, and this distance up to B is Z. So initially B is held stationary. Here B is held stationary and A is rotating in the horizontal plane at a radius r0. So it is a constant radius r0 with a steady angular velocity omega 0. Initial condition is B is held stationary and A is rotating at a constant radius r0 with a steady angular velocity omega 0. Now, if B is released at t is equal to 0, our question is, what is its acceleration immediately afterwards? So, when we release B, it may move down or up. There are two possibilities. So, what is the relation for the acceleration when we release B at time t is equal to 0? So, this is our horizontal plane. So, the force on the mass A is the tension along the string towards the center at an angle theta. Probably we can use r theta coordinates, the polar coordinates r and theta, to describe or to analyze the mass A. And this is our mass B. It has only vertical motion. There is a weight WB, which is the weight of B towards downward, and the tension of the string towards upward direction. Okay, so this is the translation motion. Here you can see a rotation motion. So our whirling block example includes a rotation motion as well as a translation motion or a linear motion along the z direction. Z direction is taken positive in the downward direction for easy calculation. So these are the force diagrams. Now for the block on the table, we consider only horizontal forces. The only such force acting on A is the string force T or the tension. The forces on the on B are T and W or the weight and the tension. Now for A, we use the polar coordinates r and theta, and for B, we need to. It is sufficient to use a single coordinate z. Now what are the equations for radial and tangential equations of motion? So we know that unit vector r is radially outward. For convenience, we have taken z to be positive in the downward direction, which I told you earlier. So the equations of motion are, this is the radial equation. So along the radius for A, these are the equations for mass A, the radial equation and the tangential equations of motion. So along the radial direction, there is only single force which is acting opposite to R. So the force is minus T is equal to ma into the acceleration, which is the radial acceleration. Radial acceleration equation is r double dot minus r theta dot whole square. This is our radial equation of motion for mass A. Now the tangential equation. So there is no tangential force acting on the body A. So it is 0. The force is 0. That is equal to ma into the tangential acceleration r theta double dot plus 2 r dot theta dot. So you get the equation 1 and 2 for the radial and tangential equations of motion for the mass A. Now for the mass B, what are the two forces acting? Weight and tension. So since positive direction is the downward direction, the net force will be WB minus T, that is equal to MB into Z double dot. This is the acceleration of B along the Z direction. So MB Z double dot. This is the vertical equation of motion. So the length of the string is a constant, we know that. So R plus Z is equal to L, which is a constant. This is our constraint equation. So since when R increases, Z should decrease. This can only be a constant value. So on differentiate equation 4 twice with respect to time, which gives the constraint equation, R double dot is equal to minus Z double dot. Since L is a constant, that on differentiating it becomes 0. So there is a variation connecting R and Z. The negative sign means that if A is moved outward, mass B should rise. So when this is positive and it is increasing, this should decrease. That is a relation. That is why there is a negative sign. So combining equation 1, 3 and find, we can find the acceleration of the mass B Z double dot is equal to WB minus MA R theta dot square divided by MA plus MB. This is our relation when we combine equation 1, 3 and 5. So when we release B, this is the initial condition. That is R is equal to R0 and theta dot is equal to omega 0. This is our initial condition when B is held constant. It is immediately before it is releasing. Hence Z double dot at 0 is equal to WB minus MA R0 omega 0 square by MA plus MB. This is the initial condition. Z double dot 0 can be, on analyzing this equation, we can find that this value can be either positive, negative or 0 depending on the value of the numerator in equation 6. Now if omega 0 is large enough, the block B will rise after release. So when this term is increased due to higher value of omega, there is a chance for B to begin to rise after release. Before release, R double dot is equal to 0, but immediately after, the acceleration has a finite value. So it is evident that because forces can be applied suddenly, acceleration can change abruptly. Acceleration can be discontinuous in time. This is the point to be understood. Once again, it is evident that because forces can be applied suddenly, acceleration can change abruptly. Acceleration can be discontinuous in time. In contrast, position, velocity are time integrals of acceleration and are therefore continuous in time. But acceleration can be discontinuous in time. That is the point to be understood here. So we can analyze it once again. So before releasing, we know that R double dot, the acceleration was 0. But immediately after, the acceleration has a finite value. So there is a discontinuity in time for the value of acceleration in compared to position, velocity, etc. So this is our point.